Hey, did you know that the only God's big idea was colonization? Hope you didn't know, man. So I got you back. In this video, I'm gonna break down everything in details about colonization. So grab your coffee, sit on the table. Well, you're welcome. Now, hope you studied history when you're secondary and primary school. In those days, there were kingdoms, for example, the kingdom of Great Britain, which is British, the kingdom of France, and etc. etc. Now, these kingdoms were ruled by powerful men or women. Now, they can call him king or queen. So, king or queen. Now, one of the things that measured the king's wealthy or queen's wealthy is how land he obtained, how much land he obtained. Now, for any kingdom in those days to be powerful and more wealthy, it was measured by how many territories do you conquer, how many territories do you govern, how many territories or land have you conquered. That's why these kingdoms were fighting to come to Africa to get some territories so that they can expand their power and their kingdom to those territories called colonies, so that they can be powerful and more wealthy than other kingdoms. That's why they were struggling to come to Africa to get more land, to get more people, to get territory so that they can expand their wealthy and power. Now, whenever any kingdom sees a certain territory, first, the king or queen doesn't visit the territory. He stays in the home country. He sends one person to that territory to go and change everything about that territory to just look as the kingdom. And this person was called a governor. The first job of a governor, it was to make territory, to get rid of their culture and to give them culture of the kingdom. That's why whenever that governor reaches to a territory, the first thing that he must change in that territory, it is language they speak, also culture. That's why whenever a governor was sent by his kingdom to go to a certain country or territory to prepare a way for that country to be a territory of a kingdom. So governor went there and changed their language. That's why any African country that was ruled by a kingdom, the first thing, they are speaking the language of the kingdom. Maybe if Great Britain drank tea in the morning in that territory, after some time, they will just do the same. If in the kingdom they are driving in left hand, also in that territory, they'll just imitate the culture of the kingdom. That was the function of the governor, because he was sent to prepare the way for that country to become the territory of the kingdom. Now, in other words, you didn't have to visit the Great Britain to experience England or to experience the kingdom. You just have to visit the territory. You will experience the kingdom. It is because the only function of the governor, it is to make the territory to look just the same as the kingdom, home country. That's why you don't need to visit Great Britain to experience how people are driving in left hand when they are driving cars. You just go to the colonies or territory that Great Britain had their expansion there, had their influence there, and you will see people driving in left car. You will just know this was the culture of the kingdom. That's why I said that is the function of the governor. Hope you all are tracking. So let's continue. Hey, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, this is Daniel Manuel. In this channel, we help you to learn, become, grow, and dominate to the area you are born to be. Remember, we help you to learn, become, grow, and dominate to the area you are born to be. So let's continue to the video. Now, let's come to God. God, before everything was, he was just all by himself, self-existing one. Nobody to counsel him, nobody, all by himself. Now God was a king and a very wealthy man. Now he decided to create the kingdom, which is the home country, that is kingdom of heaven. So he created the kingdom of heaven as the main country of the kingdom. Now God wanted to expand his territory, so he looked over earth. The Bible says the earth was unformed. It means it was randomly. Nothing was created, everything was random. So he created a territory just to expand. Remember, I told you, kings like to invade a territory just to expand their influence. So God decided to create earth to expand his influence of kingdom of heaven to the territory. Now, he didn't want to do this all by himself, so he decided to create something that can resemble like him. Now, at that point, me and you was necessary. So we were created and we were given one mission. We come here to earth We rule on behalf of our king, and our only mission is to make this territory Earth to look just like kingdom. Remember, you don't need to visit a main country, just visit the territory which the kingdom had an influence, and you experience everything. In other words, God's big idea was colonization, just to make the earth to look as the kingdom of heaven. You all remember the prayer that Jesus taught his disciples. The first one, he said, pray that God to bring the kingdom on earth as it is in heaven. His will to be on earth as it is in heaven. That was the priority of God. That's why in Matthew 4:17, Jesus declared that the kingdom of heaven has arrived on earth. That it means God's priority is not a religious stuff or something that we do here on earth. We have misplaced priorities. Our priority as humans is religious stuffs and going to church. That's all. But our only mission here was to make this earth to look just like kingdom. That's why Jesus said to us, don't pray for things. Pray for the culture of heaven to come on earth. Pray for the influence of heaven to come to earth. Now, the kingdom of heaven is the main country. In that main country, there is no sickness, there is no stress, there is no divorce, there is no poverty. Now, Jesus was saying that you have to pray for that culture to come to this earth, because the only thing that makes the king successful, it is for territory to look just like his home country where he dwells. That's why I told you that you don't need to visit the main country that kingdom is. You just visit the countries or territories that kingdom had an influence, and you experience everything in that country. That's it. So hope you're attracted. So the only God's big idea was colonization. Now colonization is to make the territory to look just like the home country, the kingdom. That was God's big idea. Till today, He's longing. God's interest is only that. He's not interested in any other stuff. He's just interested in what assignment you was given to make this earth to look just in heaven. That's our main assignment. Let them have dominion. Dominion, it is kingdom. Let them have kingdom. Let them rule. Let them master something. Let them have rulership over everything, not ownership, rulership. So the only God's big idea, it is colonization and not religious stuff. Hope you'll attract me. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, put your comment there, share to your friends, and subscribe for more content like this. And don't forget to follow on my social medias. All the links are in the description of every video. So till next time, thank you for your support. Take care. Bye.